guys, to Vector Protocol. Today, we're diving deep into the most perplexing case from Detective Game, Detroit Crime's latest episode, aptly titled Perplexity. Get ready to unravel a mystery that challenged Damon's intellect and his past times as a homicide detective. Have you ever found yourself in a puzzle where the pieces just won't fit? Where your own mind feels like a labyrinth, trying to tell you something you can't quite grasp? That's exactly where we begin this episode of Detective Game, Detroit Crime, titled Perplexity. For Detective Damon, this isn't just a case, it's a descent into his own subconscious, a haunting echo which he's still trying to figure out. After the intense events of the last episode, Damon takes a much-needed day off. We find him meeting Monica, a character who might feel strangely familiar, perhaps a ghost from another time, or just a striking resemblance. Over dinner, Monica asks Damon a question: what was it like to solve crimes? And Damon, in a rare moment of vulnerability, decides to share a story. Not just any story, but the story that embodies the very definition of perplexity for him. A case so dark, so baffling, he remembered it even years later. The year was 2014. Damon was fresh on the force, a rookie without a partner. The case? A young woman, Laura Roberts, found dead in the woods. As Damon, we approach the crime scene. She's lying face down, blood around her, a grim scene. But as Damon starts his preliminary examination, we begin to uncover the first truly perplexing detail. Damon checks her pants, and that's where the riddle truly begins. Squished cherries, a ripped label, cherry juice. The blood we initially saw? Not blood at all, but cherry juice. This is the moment the case shifted from a simple murder to something deeply, unsettlingly complex. How does cherry juice connect to a body in the woods? And why would it be mistaken for blood? This is where Damon's raw intellect, the very essence of Vector Protocol's analysis, takes over. Knowing the blood was a misdirection, Damon knew the real clue was the cherries. Cherries in their natural state aren't frozen, but kept at a precise 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which he later mentioned in the episode. This critical detail led Damon to broaden his search. He began to connect the dots: the squished, barely rotten cherries, the specific temperature, and the location. It wasn't a random act. This pointed to a very specific type of vehicle, a reefer truck, a refrigerated semi-truck. And that's when the horrifying truth of Laura's death became clear. She wasn't killed by a blunt force. She died from cold exposure, trapped in a mobile freezer. The killer, Dominic Grooms, thought he had a perfect method. But Damon wasn't done. The cherry in Laura's pants wasn't just a clue, it was a message. She was smart. She tried to leave a breadcrumb trail. Damon's relentless re-examination of footage and the ripped label led him directly to Groom's. The truly chilling revelation? Laura was not his only victim. There were 4 other women, all murdered in the same horrifying way. We also learned Laura's identity, a prostitute, perhaps making her a target for someone like Groom's, who thought his crimes would go unnoticed. Solving the case, catching the killer, it's rewarding, as Damon tells Monica. It's why he started all this. Yet even with justice served, this case of perplexity still reminds him. Why was it so convoluted? Why these specific methods? It leaves Damon's mind wrestling with something deeper, hinting at the larger unseen system at play in Detroit that continues to challenge him. The mysteries he solves are just pieces of a much bigger, more intricate puzzle, and Damon is left wondering what else his mind is trying to tell him. And that brings us to the end of our Vector Protocol deep dive into Perplexity. What an incredibly intricate case, revealing not just the darkness of the Reefer truck killer, but also the enduring mental toll on Damon. His ability to connect seemingly disparate clues, like those squished cherries, truly highlights the high IQ detective work we love in Detroit crime. What were your most perplexing moments in this episode? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analytical walkthrough, hit that like button, subscribe to Vector Protocol for more deep dives into complex narratives, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next unraveling of the system. Until then, see you all in the next video.